Hey everybody, how's it going? Today, let's take a detailed look at Chevrolet's newest entry into the American small car market, the 2013 Chevrolet Spark 2LT. Designed to be a perfect urban runabout for the modern technological age, the Spark has actually been sold in Asia and Europe since 2009, but now receives a refresh as well as its first introductory access to the American market. And this is going to be a detailed, in-depth review of the Spark. We'll start it up, show the engine, get an exhaust clip and go over the performance data, as we'll show you a bunch of the unique aspects of the interior as well as exterior. And a special thanks and shout out go out to Flo Chevrolet in Winston-Salem, North Carolina for allowing me to come out and film the 2013 Chevrolet Spark 2LT. And so, without further ado, let's go ahead and start her up, let her run. The exterior color is known as black granite metallic and features a full dark pewter leatherette interior as well as painted silver accenting. Now the Spark does come standard with electric power assist steering, very fluidic, and a full leather-wrapped steering wheel found in the 2LT trim with side bolts and extensions off to the side. 3-spoke design accented by satin silver. And as far as transmission options, there's 2 available, a standard 5-speed manual gearbox or this particular model's optional 4-speed automatic. Low gear selection down below. And so we're going to cut on the headlamps, fog lamps, as well as the hazards. All 4 windows are powered. And we're going to check out the exterior, shall we? Within the past few years, rising gas prices and more insight towards economy has spawned a big increase in the small car market in the United States. With this increase, we've seen a diverse group of cars step up to the plate, including the Smart Fortwo, Fiat 500, and Scion IQ. Chevrolet Spark represents GM's formal introduction to this subcompact market and offers some different flavor that makes it stand out amongst the competition. The first thing to notice is the styling, quite radical and non-traditional to what you would imagine a domestic car. That's because the Spark, like I said earlier, is not entirely a new model. Chevrolet has actually been building this car in its South Korea plant since 2009 and being sold in Asia and Europe. It currently represents the smallest vehicle in the GM fleet and probably the cheapest and most practical 4-seater out there. Now, to be able to be brought into the North American market, the Spark received upgrades in safety, handling, and performance. North America has an upgraded chassis setup as well as 10 standard airbags, including a driver's knee airbag. Also, the engine has been bored and stroked for a modest increase in displacement. Standard also are hill start assist, stability control with brake assist, as well as larger aluminum alloy wheels. Not to mention air conditioning is also standard with all models of Spark. Now as far as trim levels, there's 3 different ones, LS, 1LT, and 2LT being the top line trim. You can notice up front you have the faux carbon fiber trim accenting the chrome accented projector beam fog lamps, also part of that package. We'll go over some of the extra differences in just a little bit. But overall, the Spark is very curvy. You can definitely tell, like I said at the beginning, that it's definitely designed for a different market. Integrated styling lines coming across the door as well as side scoops bringing up the side skirts. Modestly accented fender wells. Not to mention the 2LT's optional painted aluminum alloy wheels with polished face, ventilated disc brakes in front and drums in the rear, mounted on Goodyear 185/55 tires. Now, tried and true to being a subcompact, the Spark is still a very tiny car. Compare that to a hatchback Chevrolet Sonic and it's 14 inches shorter than that. The closest thing comparison to it is the Fiat 500, which is a further 4 inches shorter than the Spark. But the really nice thing about this car is that it has 4 doors, and with a tall seating position, it's able to fit passengers in the car a lot more comfortably with more headroom, more space to wiggle around than the other vehicle. A neat little styling cue that you'll see as you come across the back is the flush door handles also seen in the Sonic hatchback. As you come across, the back still definitely looks like a Sonic hatchback in sort of relations, even though the proportions and overall styling is a good bit different. The back end slopes off, it's very smooth, very curvy, and nicely finished in my opinion. Clear tail lamps, modest chrome trim part of the 2LT package, as well as a unique rear fascia that blends in a polished chrome tip embedded into the bumper, which is a nice styling cue unique to this trim level and gives it more of a refined look. An integrated rear spoiler with third brake light also wraps around the entire back of the vehicle. Those little polished roof rails coming across is also part of the 2LT, also nicely blended into an attractive price point. Overall length is 144.7 inches, the width is 62.9 inches, and a height of 61 inches. Total curb weight is around 2,250 pounds. And we're going to pop the hood. All across the board, the Spark comes with a 1.2-liter dual overhead cam 16-valve 4-cylinder with variable valve timing. Puts out around 85 horsepower at 6,400 RPM and 82 foot-pounds of torque at 4,200 RPM. 0 to 60 times are in manufacturer estimated 10.5 seconds, but you might want to add a second or two of that for an automatic equipped car, and has a suspension setup that consists of front independent McPherson struts as well as a torsion beam rear suspension with front and rear stabilizer bars. And with a 9.2-gallon fuel tank running on regular gas, the EPA has estimated the Spark to get a miles per gallon rating of 32 city, 38 highway, which doesn't quite hit the magical 40 mile per gallon mark that everybody's trying to get to these days. Keep in mind also that number I gave is for the manual transmission cars. Automatic may differ just a little bit by a mile or two per gallon. Now, it just goes to show you really with a Cruze Eco or a Chevy Sonic with a 6-speed automatic or manual transmission how much difference those extra gears make. But this is also a much cheaper vehicle. Now, if you really want that magical 40 miles per gallon mark, then you'll have to pony up a couple extra grand to buy a bigger, larger car. But especially for this price point, the Spark is right on the money as far as a nice blend of performance and fuel economy. The interior of the Spark makes it quite unique as far as the subcompact market goes by boasting plenty of room as well as innovative technological features for the modern age. As you saw at the beginning of the video, I mentioned the color accented trim found throughout. Now, depending on the color as well as the different option groups, you can actually opt for different color keyed trim, especially to match the exterior, such as the jalapeno green as well as a few others. It definitely adds a nice little sporty touch to it. You have your lower storage down below, nice and curvy styling. All of your power windows, power locks, power mirrors are located up here next to your display brightness. Springing for the 2LT trim, you get these full trimmed leatherette bucket seats, also with heat. They're fully manual, with manual height adjustment located on this wheel here, and definitely provide a reasonable amount of comfort and support for a vehicle in this class with modest bolstering going across the sides. Unique pattern bringing up the middle of the seats, and you also have side airbags, adjustable seat belts, and adjustable headrests. Fuel cap release is located down below. Standard driver knee airbag, as well as a manually tilting telescoping steering wheel. So let's go ahead and see how she sounds. There is a rev limiter in park and neutral around 4,000 RPM. So we're going to shut her up. Nice tight door panels. Definitely nice and solid for a subcompact. Now this 2LT comes with the optional Chevrolet MyLink multimedia interface with smartphone integration technology. It's actually quite neat and pretty class leading for this segment in the fact that it's completely based through smartphones. You don't have any CD player or anything like that, so it's all portable media, portable navigation, and I'll go through all of that as we go through the system. All of your different options are located off to the left here. Off to the right you have outside temperature, date and time, and up top you have some status menus for OnStar, USB, Bluetooth, as well as the other media options of the vehicle. As far as your audio system, it's a 6-speaker unit with standard Sirius XM satellite radio and pretty reasonable audio quality. Side curtain airbags. Manually dimming rear view mirror. And up top, you have your microphone for your hands-free Bluetooth telephone, interior illumination, as well as standard OnStar. But everything is nice and easy, well laid out, so it's not too much handicap trying to use it. There's also little graphics off to the side here. If you have your iPod connected and you have album art, it'll display it off to the side as well. You have all of your preset stations located down below with your different favorite menus, changing category, channel, as well as going between your different sources, whether it be AM, FM, XM, USB, auxiliary, or Bluetooth streaming of audio. Also displays all of your song information. Nice and responsive. Menu, where you have your favorite list, XM category list, direct tuning of a channel, as well as tone, your audio adjustments. Now as far as Telephony, if you don't have one paired, it's going to automatically prompt you to do so. So we're going to go ahead and do it right quick. Specifically for iPhone users, go over to Settings, General, Bluetooth, click Search Bluetooth Device, and the system will search and try to pick up your phone. Hit pair the phone. $2,000 and today. Commercial free. Sirius XM. The Pulse. And there you go. It'll automatically start downloading your phone book, so you can import all of your contacts and the like. The Spark actually doesn't have a voice recognition system or voice dialing or anything like that. It works through the smartphone's voice activation system if your particular phone is equipped with that feature. As far as smartphone link, that's where you can link up apps from your phone and things of that nature like Pandora, Stitcher, as well as a new navigation system that Chevrolet is going to come out with in the fall. It's actually an app that you can download from the App Store called Bringo. Now once you set that up on your phone, basically what that allows you to do is once you sync your phone with the system, it'll bring up all the navigation system just like it would normally in a kind of a smartphone type format where you can scroll and pinch and everything like that. But you can also take it with you wherever you go, so it's fantastic as far as portability goes. But those are the basic functions of that. And your system settings down below, radio settings, text, categories, vehicle settings, all of your personalizable options. And you pretty much get the picture of that. And just remember, whatever menu you're in, if you want to go back to home, just hit the home button. Going down the dash, you have your simple to use climate control with easy manual buttons, front and rear defrost, as well as temperature adjustment, recycling, and AC. Traction controls located off to the right, and as you go down, you have the optional heated seats down below for both front seats, as well as your iPod auxiliary and USB integration with a 12-volt power outlet. Storage coming down through the center console, driver's side armrest with an extra cup holder in the back. Little heads-up display driver info system up top. And as far as the steering wheel goes, you have cruise control off to the left-hand side here, as well as your radio controls off to the right and hands-free voice dialing, like I said, through the smartphone system. Intermittent wipers, as well as the very unique gauge cluster, very reminiscent of the Chevrolet Sonic. Your chrome accent speedometer off to the left, as well as a digitalized tachometer, as well as gear and driver info system off to the right. That's all controlled by these various buttons here. There's two different menus. You have the bottom one, where you can control your fuel mileage, timer, and the like. Resetting, or up top, your trip computer. Alrighty. Got your shutter down. And we'll check out the back seat. What's really nice about the Spark, especially for the back, is that due to its high seating position, it's actually able to sit a lot taller passengers than you would expect in more of a subcompact vehicle. It also helps the fact that it does have 4 doors. Now I'm about 5'10", and with a comfortable seating position up front, I probably have about an inch or so of leg space and probably 2.5 inches or so of head space. Low transmission hump allows you to kind of spread out a little bit more. Integrated coat hooks up top. Not to mention an extra cup holder in the back with some storage located in the bottom of the seat. So let's go and check out the rest of the vehicle, shall we? Trunk space is pretty modest and just enough room for a few items. It's also illuminated, and you have little speakers on either side for a little bit more of audio quality for the rear passengers. There's also a little cargo cover up top there, but by pulling the little straps off located on the top of the deck lid, you're able to take that out and load a little bit of taller items. The most unique thing is how the back seats fold down. If you pull up and swing out the seat and stow them towards the front, release the little handle and fold down the seat, taking care to remove the headrest to completely fold it down, the Spark can actually have a cargo space of a maximum of just over 30 cubic feet, which is quite nice for a vehicle in this class. Definitely heightens the practicality of the overall vehicle. Manual adjustments for the passenger seat as well, minus the height adjustment that you find on the driver's. Small storage tray, and a pretty reasonably sized glove box. The Chevrolet Spark definitely has its unique personality. It's quirky, fun, yet very practical. With plenty of interior room, unique styling, and a nice amount of technological features and available options, the Spark is definitely sure to attract many first-time buyers as well as city commuters. Definitely sure to attract a crowd wherever it goes. Well everyone, I hope you enjoyed this in-depth look at the 2013 Chevrolet Spark 2LT. Be sure to stay tuned next time, there's a lot more where that came from. Take care everybody.